See, if this was men, they defend each other on their team. I mean, men will fight from two teams, but when somebody checks you on your team, you defend that guy. Now, there's also a racial element to this. We can't deny that. I'll just say it's not always racism when a white person succeeds. Okay.
And it's not always racism when black people hip check them either, right? Like
right.
both are at play.
No.
I think it's natural for a megastar to come in and people say, I'm kind of tired of hearing
it's
about
everything.
it.
It's women are catty. The league is very lesbian, and she's not. And there's race.
I'm sure many of you have heard that Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever have been eliminated from the WNBA playoffs.
Game today. Obviously, it's annoying because there were way too many Caitlin fans in our but like, it just kudos because it's amazing to see so many people in women's basketball jerseys. It's amazing to see the excitement and the joy that comes out of that. So although I feel like our Dallas fans could have done better, I had mixed feelings obviously seeing all the Caitlin jerseys in our home, but it's an amazing sign for women's basketball, and it's just great how far we've come, and it's just fun. Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing.
After skipping the Olympics, Clark made an impressive comeback, leading her team to the playoffs. Unfortunately, they were swept in just 2 games.
Reese, a woman who can't run. I mean, next time you watch Angel Reese play, yes, she can play. She's a good player, but she can't run. But we're not allowed to show the number 1 pick in the draft, including everybody. Why? Well, because it's racist. Yes, it's racist, according to...
The WNBA has become quite a spectacle, with some players portraying themselves as victims. Clark, however, has undoubtedly brought significant attention to the league, showcasing the immense talent of its athletes. Yet things have taken an unusual turn lately. Will, delight. Some players are now accusing fans of racism, with the situation seemingly fueled by jealousy over Clark's rising fame. This controversy also involves Brittany Griner, who has made similar accusations.
Madness, and I think it's on its way to ending. I do. I think that Netflix special last night showed that black folks can get on white folks on black folks, and everybody can laugh about it. And truthfully, if all the little D-bags like Seth Davis or Dan Wolken or Greg Doyle, the little white liberal peens in the ass don't like it, screw them. That's what I saw last night. Maybe we are, in fact, coming back. Woke progressives are alleging it was racist for the Indiana Fever's preseason game was available on WNBA League Pass and Angel Reese's.
The issue is that there is no substantial evidence to support these allegations. While such claims have been circulating throughout the season, the situation has escalated during the playoffs, with fans now being labeled as racist without any proof.
Have milled around on the periphery of the sports world. They've had a league simply because, well, the NBA felt like we better help our sisters out. So let's fund a league where, well, frankly, it makes us look good, doesn't cost us any real money, and, you know, we can promote our league.
This situation is reminiscent of what happened with Duke volleyball, where fans were accused of shouting racial slurs. However, after thorough investigations, no evidence was found to support those allegations.
Stars that nobody cared about. Crazy-ass Brittany Griner going and getting her dumbass arrested. You had Diana Taurasi. I don't know what Diana Taurasi was doing. I never saw 1 second of Sue Bird, but I still swear to God, at the end of the day, she's not going to end up. She's going to be a mom with 2 kids. That's just my opinion. 350 million people in this world. I can give you my opinion. She doesn't look.
In the WNBA, it appears that some players may choose to adopt a victim mentality rather than focusing on addressing significant issues like the disparities in player income distribution. The idea that deeper systemic financial challenges exist within the league often gets overshadowed by these narratives.
What's a lesbian look like? Angry. She's happy. Real happy. I digress. Let's talk about the angry. So now here comes Caitlin Clark. A white girl. Not that that should matter, because in sports, it doesn't, except in this sport. In this sport, that's all that matters. See, you got the angry African-American lesbians who just can't handle somebody coming into their league as a white girl with a bunch of attention. Now, I hearken back. I'm always
The reality is that the effort to genuinely engage with and welcome fans sometimes seems lacking. Instead of fostering stronger connections and expanding their fan base with open arms, it can feel as though some players lean into playing the victim, which may detract from meaningful discussions about the league's growth and development.
Sports don't want other women in sports to succeed. They don't. Jealousy, it's just who they are, she said. Boy, have we seen that or what? Honest to God, little white straight girl comes in and does nothing but ball. She doesn't talk about politics, lifestyle, which she's straight. Somebody mentions her boyfriend. She says, yeah, we're going to movies. We're going to go shoot baskets. People start hounding her boyfriend. Connor McCaffrey, son of Fran. He don't care. He's a dude. He's used to the attention, being at Iowa, being the son of a Big Ten basketball.
Honestly, I anticipated this even before the season began. The behavior of some players has been increasingly dramatic, with Brittany Griner being particularly notable in this regard. This kind of attention-seeking behavior can overshadow the athletic achievements and progress needed to elevate the league.
Is it better than anyone? We got creepy-ass Greg Doyle. I'm glad that you're here. We got someone named Kennedy Carter knocking her ass into the freaking next week, and all she does is go, hey, let me drop 20 on your head. And then we got Angel Reese's dumbass. Now, she's just stupid. I feel bad.
Now let's dive into Brittany Griner's claims that she faced racist taunts during WNBA games. To be honest, I'm a bit skeptical. While such accusations should always be taken seriously, it's important to look for concrete evidence before jumping to conclusions, especially when these types of claims can have a significant impact on the perception of both the league and its fans.
Conversation around Indiana Fever fans. It's all just misguided over-hatred of Caitlin Clark and pointing the finger at those guys, they're the racists, when really y'all are the racists. The people coming up with excuses to hate Caitlin Clark and the new fan base that she brought and justifying, again, as we talked about yesterday, Nike won't even put out a Caitlin Clark commercial, won't put out a Caitlin Clark shoe, because Nike has decided that they must bow to the angry black feminists, the Black Lives Matter movement, the feminist movement over.
She's been in the league for years, and until now, we haven't heard much about racism. It's strange that so many players are suddenly speaking out about it all at once. This surge in accusations raises questions about the timing and whether there's a broader context at play. Issues weren't as publicly discussed in previous seasons. It's important to consider the full picture before drawing conclusions.
Caitlin Clark is the biggest star in sports, but Nike, in order to promote equity and fairness and diversity and inclusion, you must spend all of your money promoting Asia Wilson, someone most people don't know exists and don't care about. You have to do that out of racial equity and racial justice. Don't lean into Caitlin Clark, who could make you a bunch of money when your stock is tanking and you've had to fire your CEO. Lean into Asia Wilson, a 6'5" person no one really knows or cares about. And it's not.
With the monumental increase in media and fan attention, it's worth asking, what exactly was said that was racist? It seems that any form of heckling or criticism now gets quickly labeled as racism. LeBron James hinted at this when he had fans removed during an NBA game, suggesting their behavior was racist, but all he seemed to hear were a few insults.
It's the wrong type of fans. They tweet mean things to Alyssa Thomas. This stuff is a joke. And what I will give Christy Sides credit for it. And I know many people will be calling for Christy Sides to be fired. I'm not going to be one of them at this point. I think she did walk into, and they inherited a very tough situation. The WNBA has been ignored for 27 years. Now it comes with not just an incremental increase of media attention and fan attention, but with a monumental increase of media attention and